still there. Yeah, all right. But the man went and spread the word, proclaiming to everyone what had happened. As a result, large crowds soon surrounded Jesus, and he couldn't publicly enter town anywhere. He had to stay out in secluded places, but people from everywhere kept coming to him. So how's it going?
I'm good.
All right. Did anybody catch that last part there? See that you don't tell this to anyone. That's weird, right? I mean, as Christians, we're told to tell everybody about Jesus and tell everybody about the gospel. But here's Jesus telling this guy, don't tell anyone about me anyway. But if you go a little bit further, the Bible says, as a result, Jesus could no longer enter a town openly, but stayed outside in lonely places. That's even weirder, because if there are so many people ready to surround him, ready to make a crowd when he enters a town, maybe people he could give a sermon to, then what's wrong, Jesus? What's wrong with the crowds and the people? Quick thought here. Way before Jesus was born, all of the Old Testament had been written. It was probably one of the most common books of the day. It came in these enormous scrolls that the teachers of the law would read in front of hundreds of Jews. But that wasn't enough. Yes, I can do that. Okay, so if we go back, it says, just then a man in the synagogue who was possessed by an evil spirit began shouting. There was a man with an evil spirit in the synagogue. So the question that came to my mind is, why didn't the enormous Bible scrolls, the teachers of the law, or hundreds of Jews do something about it? Or maybe the better question was, why couldn't the enormous scrolls, teachers of the law, and hundreds of Jews do something about it? This is the part of the show where we think about why Jesus does what he does. We have it backwards when it comes to advertising something. Politicians pay millions of dollars to get their face in front of everyone they can. Jesus doesn't do that. You see, he already had his name, God, in front of a large number of people. And he knew that Christianity still might not exist, even if everyone else knew about him. He came to earth not to give a speech, but to have a conversation, because he wanted to have an intimate relationship with you, maybe with you, and with every other Christian out there. Because speaking to an audience, you lose the personal connection. And when you speak to an audience, you can't get someone on your team. Quick analogy to summarize this. Imagine an enormous stadium. They could be playing whatever sport you want them to. Baseball, soccer would work, football would work. Not track and field, though. Anyway, and everyone is in this stadium. There are going to be three groups of people. There's going to be the people on Jesus' team. This is a great place to be. You are helping move the ball down the right way. But they're a very small group of people. Then there's the other team. I won't spend much time on them. They're trying to move the ball the opposite way that Jesus wants it to go. But again, a very small number of people. And everyone else is in the audience. Now, unless we're considering Astros games, usually the people in the audience outnumber the people in the field. The point I'm trying to make here is simple. You guys already know it. I didn't even see you were wearing an Astros shirt.
Biggest Astros fan in the world. I think you owe an apology after you finish.
We'll work on that later. You guys already know it. It doesn't matter who the audience cheers for, who they boo at, who they want to win. The better team will win on the field, even if everyone else in the audience is cheering the other way. Jesus is calling us to be servants, the one true living God. This means to be players. This means to be warriors. This means to be peacekeepers, builders, healers. And I swear, everything ties back in.
Wrong way.
Wrong way. Other way.
I'm trying to get to the slide where it says uncommon. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
All right, uncommon. That was a lot of work for not much. Kind of like going to an Astros game.
It's time. It's on a timer.
All right, whatever.
Hang on, I'll get it.
I give up.
There we go.
Barney.
So, is being on the field a lot more work than being in the audience? Yeah, it is. It's pretty simple. It is. But you. Sometimes it's going to feel like, some weeks, you're going to feel like you've been practicing all week, that you'll never be in a game, that you'll never do something important. Some weeks it's going to be all game, and you feel like you've screwed up all over the field. But at the end of the day, you contributed to how the game was played, and you already know who won. Right now, Jesus is calling everyone, every Christian out there to join his team. And no matter your skill level, if you're willing to seek Jesus out in lonely places, because that's where he is, and if you're willing to give it your all. Because the only way this world's going to be cured of its leprosy, healed of its sickness, and have its demons cast out, is by people stepping down from the audience and getting on the field. So our white slide, which I'm not going to be able to show.
Here you go, there. Go for it.
No, I can? Alright, our white slide is... Come on. There it is. Are you on his team or are you in the seats?